is good, everybody? My Paper Moon fam. It's your boy, PaperSin, back with another reaction video. This one is called Keanu Reeves reveals how Hollywood almost killed him. So it's by the YouTube channel. We're back with the This Happened. So as always, link to the video and link to the channel will both be in the description below. So be sure to check it out. But let's see what's good.
I know that the ones who love us.
What do you think happens when we die, Keanu Reeves?
I know that the ones who love us will miss us.
Keanu Reeves is one of the rare celebrities who refused to sell his soul to Hollywood. However, saying no to the powers that be wasn't easy, and Keanu had to pay a very high price for turning his back on Hollywood.
The actor opens up in the new issue of GQ, admitting he found himself in movie jail after turning down Speed 2.
Unlike most of his peers, Keanu is not motivated by money or popularity, and he's actually known to be one of the most generous people in the entertainment business. Everyone who's worked with Keanu has claimed he's the nicest man alive, and you'd have a hard time trying to find someone who has anything negative to say about him.
There's no BS about him. There's nothing fake. And you feel, when I first started being around him, I felt incredibly jaded. And like, all the bad thoughts that I was thinking, I felt like a horrible human being because he's pretty equal with everybody. I mean, he doesn't seem to think any bad thoughts, so I felt pretty rotten for like.
However, despite being such an
So she had a bias against him like before meeting him or something, and then after meeting him, she's like, "Ah, shit, I'm a horrible person because I just had these biased thoughts about him and just had this opinion about him for no reason."
Inspiration and role model, Keanu has had his fair share of hardship in life, from losing those closest to him to being blacklisted by major Hollywood studios. Still, Keanu didn't crack under pressure, and despite witnessing the darkest aspects of Hollywood, he's remained true to himself and refused to sell his soul. So what exactly did Keanu say about Hollywood trying to destroy him, and what motivated him to distance himself from the Hollywood crowd? Let's get into it.
He's the Matrix guy. That's some over-the-top fame. He hit that Johnny Depp, Tom Cruise level of fame, and then just became this super chill, mellow guy that can just like go through crowds. That guy sits on the subway by himself.
Keanu Reeves is one of the most fascinating celebrities because despite all the hardship he endured in his life, he never allowed Hollywood to break him. Keanu was born in Beirut, Lebanon on September 2nd, 1964, to an English mother, Patricia, and an American father, Samuel, who was of Hawaiian, Chinese, Irish, English, and Portuguese descent. Samuel abandoned the family when Keanu was just 2 years old, and Keanu's mom, Patricia, moved the family first to Sydney, then to New York City, before settling in Toronto. Keanu struggled to make friends since he moved a lot as a teenager, and he also had problems with reading due to his dyslexia. At age 17, he dropped out of high school, and 3 years later, he moved to LA after having obtained a green card through his American stepfather. Keanu made his acting debut in 1984, and by the late 80s, he had appeared in numerous movies aimed at teen audiences. In 1989, Keanu starred in the comedy drama Parenthood, and that's where he met actor River Phoenix, who soon became one of his closest friends. Keanu and River went on to co-star in the 1991 cult classic My Own Private Idaho, but sadly, less than 2 years later, River died at the age of 23 from an OD in the early hours of Halloween at the Viper Room, a Hollywood nightclub partly owned by Johnny Depp.
Calm down a little bit, okay? I'm sorry, it's my brother. Please come here. How old is he? He's 23. Calm down, okay?
One of Hollywood's brightest young stars, 23-year-old River Phoenix, collapsed outside a Los Angeles nightclub early this morning.
River's death deeply affected Keanu, and one source said that even today, Keanu's friends know not to bring up River because the topic is still so painful for him. But sadly, River's death wasn't the only trauma Keanu suffered after moving to Hollywood, and he ended up losing several people close to him, including his girlfriend Jennifer and their daughter. In 1998, Jennifer was working as director David Lynch's assistant when she met Keanu at a party thrown for his band Dogstar. They started dating shortly after. However, just months later, they had to deal with unimaginable trauma. On Christmas Eve 1999, Jennifer gave birth 8 months into her pregnancy to a baby daughter who was born stillborn. After this tragic event, Keanu and Jennifer struggled to keep their relationship alive and broke up shortly after. They later reconnected, but then another tragedy struck. back. On April 1st, 2001, Keanu and Jennifer were seen having brunch together in San Francisco. And the very next day, Keanu had to call the LA County Coroner's Office to help identify Jennifer's body. Around 6 a.m. on April 2nd, 2001, Jennifer was killed when she lost control of her car and crashed into 3 parked cars on Cahuenga Boulevard in Los Angeles. The police later shared they found antidepressants and 2 rolled-up dollar bills with a white powdery substance inside Jennifer's car. On the night before the accident, Jennifer attended a party at Marilyn Manson's house, and shortly before dawn, one party guest drove her home. However, Jennifer left her house shortly after and was reportedly on her way back to the party when the accident happened. Jennifer's mother later sued Marilyn Manson for wrongful death, claiming he gave Jennifer various quantities of an illegal controlled substance and instructed her to drive in an incapacitated condition and return to the party. According to the lawsuit, Manson knew that Jennifer was suffering from depression as a result of losing her daughter, which was a further reason why he shouldn't have encouraged her to take illegal substances and drive under the influence. Manson, however, denied all responsibility, and the case was later dismissed. As for Keanu, still not having recovered from losing his daughter, he was beyond devastated over Jennifer's death. And one of his friends told New York Post at the time, Keanu is heartbroken. He's in pain. Keanu was
he's been through so. We're only halfway through the video, and they're still like listing off things that he's been through. I don't know how much more he's been through. I haven't been like, following his life during all this stuff happening, but he's been through so much, and for Hollywood to still not break him, he's been through so much, and like, he's still this cool, chill person that seems like it'll be fun to have coffee with. Like, I don't get the point of that. It seems like he's still this chill, cool person that would be great to like hang out with. And not everybody can do that. A lot of people go through the smallest of things, and it changes them forever. And then they just become someone that you can't, that you can't trust, that someone that's jaded, someone that you can't trust, someone that is, blames the world for everything that's happened to them. But it doesn't seem like that's happened to Keanu. Like, he's just chill. He's been through so much, and he's still just, and Hollywood tried to apparently KI double hockey sticks kill, take him out. And he's still like, nah, bro, I'm cool. It's all good.
a pallbearer at Jennifer's funeral, and on April 7th, Jennifer was buried next to her daughter at Westwood Cemetery in Los Angeles. Keep in mind that all this was happening when Keanu was at the height of his career after the success of The Matrix. He most likely felt at the top of the world when he suddenly lost his daughter and his partner in the span of 18 months. But despite losing so many people close to him, first his best friend River Phoenix, then his daughter and his girlfriend, Keanu found the strength to go on and focus on things that really matter in life. In 2006, he told Parade magazine, "I think after loss, life requires an act of reclaiming. You have to reject being overwhelmed. Life has to go on." When asked how he coped with so much grief in his life, Keanu said that his grief never went away. He simply learned how to live with it. "Grief changes shape, but it never ends," Keanu said. "People have a misconception that you can deal with it and say, 'It's gone and I'm better.' They're wrong. When the people you love are gone, you're alone." The interviewer then asked Keanu if loss had changed him, and Keanu responded, "Much of my appreciation of life has come through loss. Life is precious. It's worthwhile." And it's this understanding of life is precious and appreciation of things that really matter that helped Keanu separate himself from Hollywood and avoid the usual trappings of fame. However, there have also been numerous conspiracies surrounding all these tragedies in Keanu's life, including the one that claimed Keanu's girlfriend was sacrificed because Keanu turned down a role in the 1997 Speed sequel, Speed 2, Cruise Control. Despite being offered millions by Fox Studio to reprise his role as SWAT member Jack Traven, Keanu turned turned down the offer because, as he put it, he didn't respond to the script. However, saying no to Hollywood bosses didn't go over well, and Keanu later told GQ that he was punished for turning down Speed 2 by being put in movie jail for 10 years. I didn't work with Fox again until 2008, the day the Earth stood still, Keanu said. And then after Keanu lost his daughter and his girlfriend, many fans felt like Hollywood higher-ups were trying to punish him for turning down a lucrative movie role, because they knew Speed without Keanu would never be as successful as the original. And as far-fetched as this may sound, we can't forget that Kanye West recently revealed that Hollywood bosses control celebrities by traumatizing them and then monetizing their trauma.
His son, around Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me.
So if the same thing happened to Keanu, the industry bosses probably thought that once Keanu was traumatized by all the tragedies in his personal life, he'd be easier to control. However, that didn't happen, and Keanu refused to sell his soul to Hollywood. And to this day, Keanu is known as one of the most charitable celebrities and a genuinely nice human being. He doesn't have any social media, he rides the subway, he shares his meals with homeless people, and he gives most of his money away. In fact, Keanu famously gave 70% of his Matrix earnings to cancer research in tribute to his younger sister Kim, who battled leukemia for 10 years. Money is the last thing I think about, Keanu told Chicago Tribune back in 2003. I could live on what I already made for the next few centuries. As for fans, they're saying Keanu is a breath of fresh air and a real role model, unlike most celebs who sold their souls for fame and fortune. Keanu Reeves is a good guy, and he is right to not sell his soul to the Illuminati of Hollywood, one fan said. And another person wrote, a dedicated, hardworking man, a rich and famous figure that has not fallen into the trappings of his wealth and status, a genuinely humble and kind human being. Keanu Reeves is the embodiment of good in this world. We should all strive to be like Keanu.
How many people do you know will say that something similar about you? How many people do you know that you can say that about? It's crazy.
But let's hear your thoughts on Keanu Reeves. Do you think he refused to sell his soul to Hollywood? Comment down below, and don't miss out on this next video.
I mean, of course, I think he refused to sell his soul to Hollywood. Like, they can't control him, just like music industry can't control Kanye, I guess. They can't control him. They can't like force him to do things. That's also control. They have nothing on him, pretty much. Even after everything he's been through, all the trauma did not break him down. I was just thinking about the premise of this whole video. It's supposed to be how Hollywood almost killed, K.I. double hockey sticks, E.D., Keanu. But really, it's more like, the video is more like how Keanu withstood the test of time in Hollywood. It's more like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know, man. When people strive to be famous in Hollywood, they have to. Some people are just willing to, do whatever it takes, even if it means being controlled. Other people are like, I'm not about that. I'm not gonna let Hollywood control me. And then I don't know. Some people can handle it. Some people can't. Some people handle the fame and attention and all of that, and to other people it just doesn't. They don't care. It doesn't matter to them. But let me know what you think about everything Keanu's been through, and what you think about how he's still able to just be him. It seems like he's unaffected by his status, and he just wants to be a normal person that does things and still be generous. Let me know what you think about it. Could you do it? I don't know. Can I do it? Anyway, the link to this channel, link to this video will always be in the description below. So be sure to check out the YouTube channel This Happened. And while you're there, don't forget to do those 3 things that I like to ask you to do. And like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. And you know what it is after that. In case I don't see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace and much love to you.